Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fluctus Channel. Revered for centuries for its healing properties, aloe vera plays a major role in South Africa's natural products industry. But behind every bottle of aloe gel or juice lies a fascinating process, from careful cultivation to precise processing. South Africa, particularly the Eastern and Western Cape provinces, boasts ideal growing conditions for aloe vera and its indigenous relative, Aloe ferox. The region's dry, arid climate and well-drained, sandy soils mimic the plant's native desert environments, encouraging slow, steady growth and high bioactive content. Aloe vera plants are usually ready for harvest after 3 to 4 years of careful cultivation. By this time, the leaves are thick, moisture-rich, and packed with vital nutrients. These mature leaves contain 2 valuable components: the translucent inner gel and the bitter yellow latex found just beneath the skin. Harvesting begins at the base of the plant, where the oldest and most nutrient-rich leaves grow. Skilled workers use knives to carefully cut the outer leaves without damaging the central core. This ensures the plant remains healthy and continues to grow for future harvests. Once harvested, the leaves are quickly transported to the processing facility to preserve their freshness and prevent oxidation. Time is of the essence, as delays can degrade the gel's medicinal properties. At the processing facility, the leaves are thoroughly washed to remove dirt and field residues. After cleaning comes the filleting process. With practiced precision, technicians slice open each leaf and remove the clear inner gel. The outer green rind and the yellow latex layer, known as aloin, are discarded or processed separately, depending on the desired end product. This gel is the most valuable part of the aloe leaf. Rich in vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and enzymes, it's prized for its soothing, hydrating, and healing properties. To preserve its potency, the aloe gel is cold-pressed, meaning it's extracted and stored at low temperatures to retain its nutrients and bioactive compounds. It's then filtered, stabilized, and either bottled for direct sale or prepared for use in lotions, juices, and pharmaceutical products. From farm to bottle, each step in the aloe production process is designed to maximize quality and purity. South African aloe is exported around the world and is especially valued for being organically grown and minimally processed. Far from Africa, we venture deep into the sugar heartlands of Indonesia, where green fields stretch as far as the eye can see, and age-old traditions power one of the country's most vital agricultural industries. This is the story of sugarcane harvesting in Indonesia, and how small field trains help transport one of the world's sweetest crops from the fields to the mills. Indonesia is among the top sugar-producing countries in Southeast Asia. Most of its sugarcane is grown on the island of Java, where fertile volcanic soil and a tropical climate create ideal conditions for cane cultivation. Sugarcane is a labor-intensive crop, and for generations, entire communities have been involved in its planting, tending, and harvesting. The harvest season usually begins at the start of the dry season, around May or June, when the cane is mature and its sugar content is at its peak. Farmers test for readiness by measuring the Brix level, an indication of how much sucrose is in the stalk. In many regions in Indonesia, sugarcane is still harvested by hand. It's a tough job. Workers wield sharp machetes to cut each stalk close to the ground, where sugar concentration is highest. The cane is then stripped of its long, fibrous leaves and stacked into bundles for transport. It's grueling work, especially under the scorching tropical sun, but it's essential to preserving the quality of the crop. Once the cane is cut and bundled, it needs to be moved to the mill. This is where Indonesia's iconic sugarcane trains come into play. These narrow-gauge trains run on temporary or permanent tracks that snake through the plantations, right to the edges of the fields. Each day, dozens of workers load carts by hand, stacking sugarcane high above the edges of the wagons. Once filled, the cane is secured with ropes, and the train begins its journey toward the sugar mill. It's a method that may look old-fashioned, but it remains incredibly efficient, especially in areas where roads are poor or inaccessible. As the train winds its way toward the mill, it offers a unique rhythm of rural life. Metal wheels on steel rails, the scent of fresh-cut cane in the air, and the distant rumble of gears and steam. In some areas, steam-powered locomotives are still in operation, serving both practical and cultural value. These engines, lovingly maintained, are relics of Indonesia's agricultural heritage and draw interest from tourists and train enthusiasts worldwide. In the heart of South Asia, Pakistan, cotton harvesting is more than a seasonal activity. It's a tradition rooted in generations of farming. As one of the world's largest cotton producers, Pakistan plays a vital role in supplying raw cotton for both domestic textile use and international trade. Known locally as white gold, cotton is a lifeline for millions of farmers and a driving force behind Pakistan's textile industry. Pakistan is the fifth largest producer of cotton in the world. The majority of its cotton is cultivated in the provinces of Punjab and Sindh, where the warm climate, flat topography, and rich alluvial soil offer ideal growing conditions. Cotton is typically planted between April and May and takes around 150 to 180 days to mature. As the cotton plant matures, it produces fluffy white bolls. These bolls are the fruit of the plant, containing both cotton fibers and seeds. When fully ripe, the boll splits open, revealing soft cotton tufts ready for harvest. This natural opening is the signal for thousands of farmers to begin one of the most labor-intensive periods of the agricultural cycle. In most parts of Pakistan, cotton is still harvested by hand. While mechanical harvesting has become common in some countries, hand picking remains the norm here due to small landholdings and a need to maintain fiber quality. Women make up the majority of the cotton picking workforce, often accompanied by children or other family members. Harvesting cotton is meticulous work. The pickers carefully pull the cotton from each boll, avoiding the sharp edges and thorns. This manual method allows farmers to pick only the right bolls and return later for the ones still maturing, a process that may be repeated 2 or 3 times over several weeks. After collection, the cotton is weighed and loaded onto carts or small trucks for transport to local collection points. Here, the cotton is sorted and prepared for delivery to ginning mills, where it undergoes its first major transformation. At the collection center, traders inspect the cotton for cleanliness and moisture content. Farmers are paid based on weight and fiber quality. Prices fluctuate daily depending on demand, making this stage both critical and uncertain for rural families who depend on every rupee. At the ginning mill, machines separate the cotton fibers from the seeds in a process known as ginning. The fibers, also called lint, are cleaned, compressed, and packed into large bales. While the seeds are set aside for further processing into cottonseed oil or used to plant next season's crop. These bales of lint are the foundation of Pakistan's textile industry, which employs over 40% of the industrial labor force and contributes nearly 60% to national exports. From spinning mills to garment factories, every stage of production depends on this raw material, harvested with care by hand in the field. In a peaceful countryside in Japan, we follow the life of someone whose daily rhythm is closely tied to the natural world. From dawn to dusk, Japanese beekeepers work hand in hand with some of the nature's smallest yet most vital creatures, the honeybee. In Japan, many beekeepers use Japanese honeybees, a native species known for their resilience and ability to thrive in mountainous and forested regions. These bees are smaller than their Western counterparts, but are uniquely adapted to Japan's climate, and less aggressive too. In Ayabe City, Kyoto, beekeeping is not only about honey, it's about harmony with nature, patience, and precise care. Miyushiga has been keeping bees for over 4 years and has been mentored by her husband's father, who has been keeping bees for more than 25 years. The first job of the day is a short drive to inspect the hives. Carefully, Mrs. Shiga lifts each frame to check for healthy brood patterns, queen activity, and signs of disease or parasites, like the varroa mite. Unlike industrial beekeeping, there's no rush here. Each colony is given the time and care it needs. In Japan, honey is seen not just as food, but as a natural medicine. Beekeepers, like Mr. Tanaka, ensure their honey is pure, unheated, and harvested without synthetic chemicals. The bees are never overworked, and harvesting is done sparingly to leave enough food for the colony. During honey season, typically between May and August, the bees store nectar in combs, which is later evaporated into thick golden honey. Mrs. Shiga uses a traditional, non-invasive method to collect honey, only taking frames that are fully capped and leaving behind enough for the bees to thrive. Beekeeping comes with its share of challenges. Parasites, weather changes, and pesticides threaten hive health. But rather than using synthetic treatments, many Japanese beekeepers turn to traditional remedies, like burning dried herbs, to fumigate hives naturally and boost bee immunity. For Mrs. Shiga, beekeeping isn't just a job, it's a philosophy of life. It teaches patience, respect for natural cycles, and the value of quiet observation. It connects her to the land, the seasons, and the hum of life all around. From aloe fields in South Africa to sugarcane plantations in Indonesia, cotton farms in Pakistan, and beekeeping sites in Japan, these practices reveal a shared commitment to tradition, sustainability, and harmony with nature. Though the crops and methods may differ, each process reflects generations of knowledge, precise care, and deep respect for the land. Together, they highlight the quiet strength of rural communities and the essential role they play in feeding, healing, and sustaining the world. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of our new content. See you next time.